Hi, everybody. How are you? How is everyone? Hi, Jamie. Hi, girls. How is everybody? How is everyone? Hi, Vicky. Hi, Vicky and Jamie, and I don't know who else is here. You get glasses tomorrow? Sounds awesome. Awesome. Hi, Nancy. So I am just now finally sitting down. I have had a day. How's everybody else's day gone? Has everybody else had a good day today? I hope so. I hope you guys have had a good day. My day has just been long. Yeah, awesome. So can everybody hear me? Is the hearing good? Because last week my hearing sucked. Your glasses are red. I love red glasses. But last week, oh, you guys, seriously, I'm having my own moment. Hi, Laura. Hi, everybody. I could be a little louder. Okay, let me see. I don't know. You can hear me loud and clear, Nancy? Oh, good. I didn't do any, you guys, I don't mess with the sound on anything. I don't do it, and for whatever reason, it just has a mind of its own, and I don't know. I just want to see if the audio's up. You guys, it's just like, I don't know. It says it's up high. It says it's up. I mean, is it okay? Is it okay now, you guys? Oh, now I messed with something. Now I made the... Guys, I can't win for losing some days. I cannot win for losing. Okay, I think I saved everything, and I think it's loud and clear, and I think everything's good. But if it's not loud enough, you guys tell me, okay? I'll try to talk louder. Susan, you're ridiculous. How are you, Miss Susan? Okay, good. So I wasn't quite sure what I was going to make today, guys. I've just been in over my head with ridiculousness, but my company's gone, so that's something. That in itself is something. So I'm still, trying to get my space all back together, and now that my company's gone, it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to make some stuff out of, you need some love, Susan. Okay, I'll send you some love. I will send you some love. Will somebody go post our live stream in our Facebook group? I would appreciate it. Appreciate it. So I just thought maybe we'd make some stuff out of book pages. I've been cleaning up my space, and I have a lot of book blocks, and if you guys are any little bit crazy like me and you're going for the gusto, you have book blocks too. You did already? Thanks, Susan. No, Vicki, it's like, give me a month and I'll really talk to you guys about it. I just gotta let it go through right now and just be like zen, because if I think about it too much, I'll get myself in a real pickle, and it won't be good for me. And so, or anyone. So I'm sorry, my desk is a mess. It's always a mess. If you guys saw how tiny this space is, you'd be like, what are you doing? So I have been making bits and pieces for my journaling kits. So I know I don't do very much self-promotion, and I kind of suck at it, but I do have an Etsy shop, and in my Etsy shop, I sell a couple of different junk journaling kits, and I sell a grab bag, and I have a craft-along session, a 2-hour craft-along. If anybody wanted to hang out and Skype and craft with me, I have that, and just a couple things. So I've been making some bits and pieces for my journaling kits, because it's not like I have enough stuff on my plate, right? So I have all these book blocks, and so what I thought maybe if you guys are anything like me, you have a lot of book pages, you might want to like make some stuff out of your book pages too. So I have one of my favorite books, not necessarily didn't read it, I don't even know. It's called Rainbow Six by Tom Clancy, but it's a Tom Clancy novel, and I'm gonna make some stuff out of it. And then, but I also made some stuff out of, I'm gonna show you guys really quick. I'm gonna show you guys. Yeah, when you get a book, it's all the pages. Is there somebody named Stacy here? Hi, Stacy. Welcome, all you lurkers. Say hi. Okay, so I also want to show you guys some stuff. So this is like a, you know, like a catalog, a seed catalog. And hi, Fiona. Say hi. You guys talk to me in all caps if you want to. I'm not trying to ignore you, but you know, just say hey in all caps. It's awesome. So this is like a seed catalog, and I've glued it onto brown paper bag. You could glue it onto anything. It's just a little thin, and I've made tags out of it. And the same with this is something similar. It's like a book page from it's a catalog page, you guys, from something I don't know, but it had some botanical in it. So also something similar. And the reason I put something on the back is so then you could use it for a journaling card, you know. And then these are book pages that I painted, and it was glued onto a pasta box. And it's a tag, and this is just another type of tag with the brown paper on the back. So I just want to tell you, it's not just these regular book pages that I use everything. So here, look, you can see the catalog. See, this was the flowering catalog. I glued it onto a shopping bag. I think this was an Office Max shopping bag with the brown side, and I just haven't cut it out yet. Something similar, more botanicals. But it just gives you some ideas. So if you guys save any of these catalogs that you get. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Scotty. Well, I missed you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. So happy you guys are here. Hi, Amberly. Hi, Melanie. So if you guys, before you go pitch your like flower catalogs or seed packets or whatever you've done for the spring, if you guys are just doing some end of the year, you know, end of the summer cleaning, these make great tags for your journals, or you could use them as pockets if you cut them decoratively. But I glued them on the back to an Office Max bag, okay? And this is just tells you some more how to use this guide, and I just, you know, there's nothing to, like, no book is sacred in my house. You can, you know, or no catalog. So that just gives you a little bit of ideas. But today, I don't know. I always make library pockets, which I know you guys all know how to make. We can make a few of those. I can make some envelopes, and then welcome Tracy from New Zealand. We're happy you're here. But I thought maybe we could make some journaling charms, or I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. It looked like you had so much fun, Scotty. I am like so happy for you. Jamie has a question, and you guys all answer her. She's saying, if you're at a thrift store, what type of book do you look for, and she ends up getting overwhelmed. Okay, I like dictionaries and atlases. I like any sort of coffee table book. They make really great pockets and pages for your junk journals, and usually, like, I get them at yard sales for super cheap. You know, but any type. Botanical or anything. I had one called The Minimalist. I don't even think I have pages left from it, but if I do, I'll look for it and show it to you. I've made some really cool stuff out of it. So, book page charms. Okay, so I've made, let me see if I have any close by. Okay, so you guys know I've made these. Guys, I use book pages for everything. It's ridiculous. So I've made these out of my serendipity paper. So if you guys, and I've used book pages for serendipity paper, these are made out of book pages, right? And then I also use book pages for the top part of your tassel. you know, it's like a bead cap, but it's made out of paper. And so I've made it out of this. Can you guys see it? I can't tell if you can see it very well. Hey, Joyce. Happy you're here. Hi, Carla. I only got to watch you a little bit today, Carla, but I loved what you did. I had to run errands. I was off and running errands, but I loved what you did today. If you guys didn't go out and talk and watch Carla Caged Fish, go watch. Today she did all about layering, you know, all about layering. So thanks, Fiona. So I just want you guys to think a little bit outside the box when it comes to your book pages, because I know sometimes we think we have this big stack of book pages and then we're like, well, what am I going to do with it? And like, what am I, you know, it's like, you know, you have a big stack like this, like my Tom Clancy that I love. Because I like Tom Clancy, if you buy it, for those of you that are new to me, I like Tom Clancy novels. First of all, they're really big, and you get a lot of pages. I don't know how many are in this book. 700, okay? You can usually find them at a yard sale for a quarter, sometimes free. And I like the ones that are written by him, not the ones that are his pseudo ghostwriters, because of the paper quality of the pages. I haven't, honestly, you guys, I've read Tom Clancy years ago. I haven't read any current. So, but I'm just showing you, like, there's a lot of stuff you can do with your book pages. So before you guys go discard all your book pages, just, you know, keep in mind there's lots of cool things that you can do with them, right? So let's just make a few things. I don't know. Just let's just see where it goes. You know, I'm happy my company's gone. You don't ever realize how much it's better just to be on your own, right? And she was a great guest. It wasn't like she was a bad guest, but it was, for me, it was just a lot. So all my serendipity paper, all these charms were made with that, and those were made from book pages that I've either painted or jelly printed. So we can paint and jelly print our book pages. I like them, you know. I loved all of Vicki Brown. I didn't see your horse, but I saw yours and Scotty's lovely faces, and it made me so happy. I'm so happy that you guys went to Shannon Green and had such a good time. I'm like over the moon for you, and I wish I could have gone. Next time I'm going to. Totally, next time I'm going to. So, let's just do a couple simple things first, and then we'll make some journaling charms, and then maybe we can even make a tassel if I get up and go get something to make it with. And I'll show you guys how to make a bead cap with that. It's not so hard. You just need a cone shape. So you guys know how much I love my book pages. You can do a lot of cool stuff with it. First of all, you can make pockets. Second of all, you can make like a little envelope. So let's just make a quick little envelope with your book pages. And this is like this is like a no-brainer envelope. This is not even one that has to be like you fold up too much, okay? It would be helpful if I could cut a straight line, but guys, I can't. That's why I need a paper cutter. I can't cut straight, you guys. Just how it whirls with me. Okay, so the first thing you do just for a super simple envelope is just, you know, pull it up as far as you'd like as deep as you'd like your envelope to go, and fold down the top. What I like to do sometimes, and you can do it this way or not do it, if you want your envelope to have like a lot of room in it, then you're going to need to fold in your sides a little bit. So then fold in your sides on equal amounts on both sides. Now, keep in mind, you guys, you can paint these. If you have who has their paper napkins out? You can paper napkin decoupage. You can paint. You can also glue. You can also, I mean, you know, that's why I really don't like hearing people complain when they say they don't have any supplies. I'm like, you can, pretty much everybody can get a free book from the library, right? Now you have a choice. You can glue it together so that you have like a real gusset, or you can cut off one side and glue it to the you can, I'll show you. Sorry. Because I'm lost for words today. I'm like having a brain moment today. I wanted to go so bad. You guys look like you had so much fun. Okay, what's everybody drinking? I'm drinking my green tea as usual. I would have loved, loved, loved to have had so much fun with Rosemary and Shannon and all you ladies. I would have loved it. Next time, right? Next time. You guys, when I send Happy Mail, if you guys ever get Happy Mail from me, you made these kind of envelopes today, Carla? Oh, wow. See? Well, we must have been thinking alike. I left when you were doing the squiggles. I need to get a squiggle stamp. I left when you were doing the gold and the squiggles. I didn't get to stay for the envelope, so there you go. You guys, I would have loved to have gone to the Shannon Green. I'm actually I think I'm gonna cut one of these off. I'm just gonna cut one off. I'm gonna cut the inside one off, the big piece, the middle piece. I would have loved to have gone to the Shannon Green Rosemary Morris Arkansas Extravaganza. I would have loved it. Mostly just to hang out with you girls, you know? I totally have squiggly envy. You laughed a lot? Oh, Fiona's having Coke Zero. Vicky S is having Diet Pepsi. You wanted to do fish bit envies? Oh, I can't wait to see what those are. I want that squiggly thing. Oh, I have to show you guys something. I got some Happy Mail. Okay. I got some Happy Mail. Let me see if I can go get it. I was going to bring it over here with me, but I didn't. You guys, you don't even realize how exhausting it is to have company, even when they're good company. Do you know what I mean? Even when they're good company. Okay, so this is what my envelope looks like. This is going to be the part that I glue up inside. Now I'm thinking I might cut the inside just a little. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Let me see how much am I going to cut it. If you had a squiggly thing, it would be cool too, but I don't have one. Like the scissors, the decorative scissors. I have them, but I don't know where. Maybe I'll just use a slid. Let me see. Guys, I always need to measure. I can't draw anything. I don't know what it is, but I'm impaired for like measuring. I wanted to be there with you guys. I was there with you in spirit. I really would have loved to have been there and hung out with you guys. It would have been like so fun. That would be like you know how some people like a vacation, like I think, like they could go to all kinds of crazy places for a vacation. I think I would have just really loved, my idea of a fun vacation would be to hang out and craft with you guys. That would be like a fun vacation for me, to laugh and hang out with you. That would be so fun. You're going to have a craft fest when you have your new house? Okay, I'm coming. I just want to hang out and I would have just enjoyed it so much. Okay, so you guys, you saw I use my coffee lid for my template. So, sometimes look, I do use scrapbooking paper. I do have nice scrapbooking paper too. But I also like to craft like this, where I don't have a lot of, where, maybe my supplies are just what everybody has, like not anything special, because I think so many times we watch people craft and stuff and we go, oh, well, I could do that if I had that expensive $45 paper pad. All these things that I'm showing you and stuff that Carla shows you, you can do without with very little money or anything. If you can get a couple of used books, a telephone book, some embroidery thread, some school glue, you're good to go. You really are. Okay, so there's I just need a glue stick. A fun holiday would be to hang out and craft, right? I totally agree, Fiona. Of course, I have the glue sticks that have no glue in them. Does that happen to you guys? Do you guys open your glue sticks and there's no? Oh, I'm going to show you guys what somebody sent me in the mail. Okay. Then you're going to be really envious. I was so shocked because I didn't know anybody knew that I wanted it. But I must have mentioned it to someone, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to get up and show you just a second. So what I want you to think about when you're making these fun little envelopes is not only, you could actually use these to post in the mail. If you're going to post them in the mail, you might want to make them 2-ply or use, make sure that you use permanent glue stick when you put them down. But you guys get the idea, right? And it's nothing. It's just like your little envelope. I can just decide if I want to round my corners or not. I think I will. I will round my corners. You guys do yours however you want. Now, if you have paper napkins, these make really great paper napkin decoupage. You know, that you use your paper napkin decoupage. I may go back and paint it. I don't know. Or color on it. But there's envelope number 1. But can you imagine, like, I don't want to hear from any of you ever again that you don't have supplies, because we do. We just don't know that we do, right? Now, this one might be kind of fun to, let me see. Depending upon if I'm going to mail it or not, I could use, this is the white part of your napkin, you know, the white part that we all have, the white part of our napkins, when you're making your paper napkin decoupage that you take apart. So I have a couple of rubber stamps right here. So admission is a concentric circle stamp for you, Vicky. Oh no, you guys are so funny. You're ridiculous. I think somebody needs to call that Hero Arts Company. Carla, are you going to be the one that's going to call the Hero Arts Company and tell them, like, what is up with this? Like, why have you not remade the concentric circle stamp? That there's so many of us that would like the concentric circle stamp. You guys are so funny. Well, Scotty, I hope you post your journal that you made with Rosemary and Shannon. I'm sure it is fabulous. But I hope you post it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So my middle daughter, went to a baby shower this weekend, and she was like so funny. She like shopped and bought like all kinds of baby things. Then she brought it to me. She goes, "Oh, Mom, I'm going to this baby shower." And I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "In a few hours." I'm like, "Okay." And then she's like, "Oh, by the way, will you, she wanted me to wrap it all." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Why do you want me to wrap it all?" She said, "Because you wrap it in cool stuff." And I was like, "I do?" So I made a gift bag out of some painty papers that I had, and then I wrapped all of her individual baby items that she purchased wrapped all the baby items in tissue paper and white tissue paper, and I didn't stamp on it, guys. I didn't have time. Of course, she asked me like right before she has to go, and I'm busy doing other things. And then but I did use my handmade washi that we made last week. I used all my handmade washi tape, and evidently, do you guys like my idea of a burnisher? It's the bottom of a paint bottle. And evidently, the little girl that received it, she liked it so much, she called me up and asked me, she said she saved all the tape and the gift bag. She's going to cut it up and put it in her baby's book. And I laughed. I thought, oh no. And then my daughter told her, "Oh yeah, you just come over to our house. My mom is like the queen of trash crafting," is what she calls it. So there you go. I think you should contact something. I really do. I think you should contact them and say that you need a concentric. Is that what it's called? The concentric circle stamp. Okay, so there you go. All right. Does everybody, what do you guys think? That's like a 2-second envelope. And you can stick it in the mail. Now look, you could go back and decorate the front too, or paint it or whatever, but I'm just showing you, like, you don't need to be going to buy things when you have that book block. You can make a lot of cool stuff with it, right? So one envelope du jour. I cut some circles to make some. I cut these. I don't know what kind of a box it was. It wasn't. It was thicker than a food box. It was just a box that was. I don't know what it was, you guys. And I cut some ones in cardboard. So these are the ones that I like to use to make journaling charms. The corrugated cardboard, and this was like a soy milk box. Fiona, I don't know if she appreciates my talents or she's just like, you know, hi Tanya, hi Lisa. Welcome from New Zealand. Yeah, you guys shout out where you're from. Everybody always wants to know. Fiona, I don't know if she really appreciates it or if she just is like, basically, she's just happy that I'm doing it for her. And, you know, but she also knows, like, if she asks me to wrap something, I'm not going to have, like, wrapping paper. I try not to buy it unless it's on sale. Okay, so what I do for these journaling charms is I just glue your book pages on the front and the back. Now, you can paint them ahead of time if you want. You don't have to. You know me, I usually make mine from Serendipity paper. So Texas is in the house, Tennessee's in the house. British Columbia, Maple Ridge, British Columbia, Sydney, Australia. Marengo, Ohio. Oh, Tanya, jump in. It's not scary. The thing is with junk journals is there's no rules. So if you just make it with what you have and enjoy it, you'll be good to go. Don't even worry. Wisconsin in the house. Oh no, Vicky, it shut you down. I've had some YouTube problems too. Hey Dee. Wisconsin. And where else? So this is the beginning of my journaling charms, okay? Now, you can see from the ones that I've made with these butterflies that I just made my serendipity paper. And if you guys don't know how to make serendipity paper, you can go over and watch the video, or I could show you today. It's not that hard. Kentucky in the house. Susan says it's her, Vicky. Hey, Kathy. It's her, Vicky, kicking you out. That's what she says. She's kicking you out. So as long as you guys start with something like, as long as you make yourself some blanks, you're good to go, you know? And these are all blanks. That's what I consider blanks. You know what, Vicky? They have done something to YouTube. They've changed the configuration. We got these notifications for those of you that live stream. We get these like notifications saying they're going to stop using this and stop using that, and this editing software and that and this and that. You know what they don't realize is it makes what it makes is someone like me ridiculously frustrated because I'm not that techy, you guys. And so it makes it like harder if I don't know what I'm, you know, just makes it harder. But maybe that's their idea. Maybe they're like, well, there's too many people. I don't know why they do it. You know the thing is that most techie people think that they're like, oh, this is so great, right? But non-techie people are like, what are you doing? You're making me crazy. You know, that sort of thing. So, you guys, these are the same things. I use some, I don't know what dyes they were, you guys. I can look them up. I think they're the ones that are, I don't know. I'll have to look it up and tell you. They're a Sizzix dye, but I can't honestly tell you what it was. And I cut all these book pages, and then you can see these are just, and you know what? You don't even have to cover them. This would make a fun junk journaling charm if if you're not into being precious, if you know what I mean. And if you're into being precious, that's okay too. You can be precious. Nobody be judging you. It's your junk journal. You can do whatever you want to with it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hi, Donna. Scotty, are you still there? Susan saying, wake up, Scotty, wake up. So I got this comment, you guys. I read all the comments that you guys write at the bottom of my videos, even the ones that aren't nice. Most of them are nice. Occasionally I get some kind of crazy ones, and those I delete. When people are kind of like, you can just definitely tell somebody's mentally like off or whatever, I don't keep them on. Because like, why would I want to have anybody else read that? It's ridiculous, right? But I got this comment from a lady who wanted to correct me on my definition of ephemera, okay? She went so far as to write me, and you can go back and look at it, she wrote me quite a long note about when I did what is ephemera, how to make it, and make your own ephemera, right? So she went in there to correct me, to tell me that you can't make your own ephemera, which is not true, because a letter's a piece of ephemera. Yes, I make my own glossing bags from wax paper. Why not? So anyway, she was giving me the 411 on, ephemera. And she wanted me to stop calling whatever I was making ephemera and call it embellishments. Okay? You know what I say? I say, get your own damn YouTube channel and you can do anything you want and nobody will care. She went to town on me about my use of the word ephemera. So let's just talk about it a little bit. Okay, you guys, ephemera is like if you go to the doctor and you get a prescription, that's ephemera. Okay? If you read a newspaper, she was like saying a newspaper is not ephemera. A newspaper is ephemera. Magazine pages are ephemera. Anything that it's really meant for a brief use, right? But what happened is things that people once thought were for a brief use, like a bill of sale and stuff like that, other people thought they were cool, so they kept them. And so that's how it became collectible, right? So I think that there are no, me, I believe that there are no rules. There's no rules in junk journaling. There's no rules in, you can make up your own stuff as you go along. And you can make your own ephemera, okay? So I was looking through what, she gave me this whole thing. The word ephemera comes from the word ephemeral, which means quick or not lasting or fleeting, right? But anything that you want to use as ephemera, use it. And if somebody tells you it's not, tell them to get their own YouTube channel and tell them to get a life. To get a life. No, I'm just over it. I'm just so over it. It's seriously. You know what? If you've ever gone to art school, you hear people tell you from the moment you land in art school that what you're not making is art. And they convince you around this thought process or this mindset that, first of all, you don't know what you're doing. And second of all, if you did know what you were doing, then it would be better or something. If they convince you that they know something you don't know, guys, it's all crap. It is all bullshit. Bull hockey. That's all bull hockey. So, please. My feeling is if you're that particular that you have to comment on somebody's crafting video and tell them that their use of a word is incorrect, why are you wasting your time? Isn't your time worth more than that? I know mine is. Unless I have something positive to say, I don't say anything. But it got me to thinking, because one of the other girls in our group was like, I want to do a thing where remake stuff out of ephemera. So on Friday we'll definitely do it. I've started gathering some cool stuff to make um, some. I've already gathered like some of my junk mail and stuff like that to make journaling components from ephemera. That was the other thing she said, is that you can't make ephemera is not meant to have something made out of it. And I was like, first of all, where are you getting all these rules? Like, are you the ephemera rule maker? You know, it's like, seriously. Second of all, who cares? So, you know, these I may go ahead and I need to find some wire, which I have here. So what I like to do when I'm making these things out of the corrugated cardboard, and I like lots of corrugated cardboard, especially if you get lots of Amazon packages or mail like that, they have great corrugated cardboard. I will go back and I may paint the sides. I may not. I don't know. I haven't decided. But I may paint the sides of the corrugated cardboard that you see. But you still can't fill up the holes. I guess I could have if I'd done it before I glued this on. But then if you have some clear fingernail polish to paint on top, if you don't want to go and get some of those glazes that you guys know I'm a little addicted to, you can, right? But what I was going to do is I'm going to glue a few more and then I'll make a whole journaling charm out of it. I need some soap in my mouth. Why? Because I said bullshit? I'm sorry. Did that offend you? Did that offend your horse? I'm sorry. I agree with you, Kylara. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Amberly, you know what? Embellishment and ephemera are siblings in my world too. But who cares? Money for the swear jar? You guys, I don't usually swear, but I'm just like, she just upset me, okay? She made me go like, why are you bothering me? Like, what did I do? No, in all honesty, she didn't bother me so much. It just made me realize that, you know, she had a little bit too much time on her hands. She had too much time on her hands. I would not come on your channel and tell you to get your own. Susan's asking me. Vicki says I made her horse blush. And then Susan said, what is the proper definition of bullshit as you spoke it? We're from Texas, girls. You know what bullshit is. Oh, I'll tell you guys a really funny story about bullshit. Oh my gosh. Maybe you won't find it as funny as we did. Well, actually, it was mortifying, but when we look back on it, it was funny. So I'm from Texas, right? And I come from a very artistic, eclectic family. I mean, they all did their own thing, and they're all their own, you know, they're a little eccentric. A lot eccentric. Wildly eccentric. Anyway, so my mother's sister, who's actually still alive, my mother's passed away, but my aunt is still around. And she's a character and a half anyway. She be a character too. She's a character. Anyway, she was a crafter now that I look back on it. I never really thought of her as being so artistic, but she was, sort of, in her own way. My mother was very artistic. My mother was a dancer, and she was also an amazing painter and a potter, and she was a professional dancer for a living. Not the hoochie kind, but she was a ballet dancer originally, and then she had dancing schools and stuff like that. I just want to preface it out there for those of you who are thinking, you know, pole dancing or something like that. I don't even know if they had pole dancing when my mother was growing up. Gee, who knows, right? Anyway, so my mother, one of my mother's sisters, she loved to do, or I don't know how she got this idea. She was always coming up with some kind of crazy ideas. So she decided, because we lived in a sort of touristy area, you know, like you could go down to Galveston Island, which wasn't far from where we lived. My grandmother lived in Galveston, and it wasn't far from where we lived, and my aunt, we would go all the time. Anyway, I don't even know why she got this idea, but she did. I was young, you guys. So she made these wooden plaques. Her husband did like woodworking, and she made these little wooden plaques. And on the bottom of it, and she nailed a horseshoe, or got a small horseshoe and put it on top, like it was like nailed on top of this plaque. And on the bottom, there was, guys, I'm just going to laugh. Oh my God. On the bottom of it, she had a plaque and it said Genuine Texas Bullshit. And she had mounted actual dry cow poop. Okay. And I remember as a kid, I remember her going, and because we lived in an area where there was farming, and my grandfather had some cows. I remember her finding these perfect cow patties, and I remember them drying, like she would get them and dry them out, and then she would use Final Net. Do you guys remember Final Net? Final Net? Not the hoochie kind. You guys laughing at me? Well, I know one of you guys is gonna say something about hoochie. I know you are. So, anyway, so she got Final Net and she sprayed the bullshit, that cow poop, that which she put on these plaques with this Final Net. Remember that hairspray? And then she glued it onto these plaques, and so the plaque was like, I wish I still had one, you guys. They were she was kind of a decoupage girl, and she had really beautiful handwriting, so she painted them. And the horseshoe, maybe the horseshoe was something different. I just remember the Genuine Texas Bullshit. Okay, so she was selling these plaques with bullshit, and people were buying them, okay? Buying them, buying her bullshit, buying her Genuine Texas Bullshit. Okay, so one day we get a knock on the door, and you guys, it was the, oh my gosh. Who are the people that are in charge of the guns, like the gun control, explosives, ammunition? What is that called? Hi, Carrie. What is it called? You know, the people that the federal armed, the people that come and, like, if you have bombs and stuff. What is that called, you guys? Okay, well, they knocked on our door. Okay, they came to arrest my aunt because she was sending the ATF. So the ATF came and knocked on her door, and they were going to arrest my aunt, you guys, because she was selling explosives, because the cow shit is explosive. Oh my God, you guys. So that ended her career as the Genuine Texas Bullshit maker. I'm telling you guys. I come by it honest. I haven't ventured into making any. Yes, the bomb squad type of thing, Jamie. Because she was mailing. Yes, she was mailing it in the mail. Okay? So you guys, just when you think you've taken your crafting to a new level, just remember my aunt. And her Aqua Net, or her Final Net, or whatever she sprayed. You know, that stuff had real lacquer on it, Think about it. It's ridiculous. Hi, Frida. It is so ridiculous. Oh, you guys. Now you see my life. Now you see my life. We have laughed about it. Oh my God. We have laughed and laughed. Talk about lethal. Yes, lethal shit. Because, Carla, when they dry, no, but cow manure or manure in general is explosive. People use it to make bombs. That's what, when you see all these people, it's the nitrates or whatever that's in the fertilizer. Anyway, you guys, yes, dried cow poop and horse poop, and I don't know, probably other poop too, other animal poop will have that effect. I don't know, but anyway, you guys, that's my life. That is totally my life. It's a component, Carla. It's a component. No, I'm not up on my explosives, girls. I don't know much about it, okay? But I'm just telling you my story. So they came to get my aunt. Can you guys imagine? She had to She had to like sign something saying that she would not make any more plaques with poop on them. Any more cow poop plaques. Oh my God, you guys. Do you see? Like, isn't it ridiculous? Oh my gosh. Genuine Texas bullshit. It is ridiculous. Okay, so I've got a few ready to be made some journaling charms out of. I'm going to let them dry a little bit because they got a little sticky from my glue sticking. And maybe I'll paint a few pages and make some stuff of that. You guys, you made some poop emoji sets, Jamie? It's so funny. Hi, Amanda. Oh my gosh, Criminal Minds, right? You guys, it's so ridiculous. It's like, it's my life. I can't even venture to tell you like it isn't, because it is. It's totally my life. Okay, so we can also make some paperclip embellishments. I've got all my flowers and stuff cut up here in envelopes. You guys, I love a good staple of book pages. Does anybody else like a good staple of book pages? You probably should take it and cut it on a paper cutter if you want it straight. You guys know me, I can't do anything straight. So, I'll glue my hands. Only me and my family would sell. You know what? It's so ridiculous. Yeah, so Susan's saying, you know, that the Oklahoma City bombing was made from fertilizer, which is poop. Because I had no idea about that sort of stuff. You know, and when you live on a farm and stuff like that, I mean, you do know that that stuff's explosive, but it's not like you're thinking about it. You're not going, oh, well, that's, that's I'm thinking I might paint a few of these, and then I might paint a few. How many of you guys made feathers, made the paper feathers that we made? Did a bunch of you guys make them? Did a bunch of you guys make paper feathers? I could write a novel about my funny stories. It's kind of embarrassing a little bit, Carrie, if you think about it. Just just tells you what a hick I am. Tells you my family, the hick family. We laugh about some of the stuff. You have to realize, you guys, that it's like you couldn't even make this stuff up if you wanted to, but I haven't thought about it in years, but, my sister and I were talking about the most ridiculous things that happened to us, that happened to our family, and they're sort of like a comedy of errors in many ways. And it's all good. So if you guys if you have all these like extra book pages and you haven't like decided, well, what you're going to do with them, first of all, start painting them. Painty papers, I love painty papers. And in my world, you can't have too many painty papers because look, you can make all kinds of stuff with them, but you can also cut them up and put them in your collages, which I enjoy doing, which Carla enjoys doing, because if you've ever watched her channel, if you've ever watched her stuff, you see that Carla does make her painty. She does hers a little different than mine. There's no rules to painty papers, you guys. You make them how you want them. There's no rules to painty papers. There's no rules in junk journaling. You guys, and really in art, there's no rules. You just have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it, and you have to, what brings you joy, and just go for it. Don't be letting anybody dull your shine. And don't be making any genuine Texas bullshit. You guys, so my life. So my life. Even Marta did what? You thought it was a joke? No, they really did. Even Marta did what? What did Marta do? I haven't watched a Marta video in a long time. I like her. I really like, if you guys haven't watched her, she's great. You guys, I can't pronounce her name right. So, Scotty, where are you? Everybody's asking, where is Scotty? Scotty, where are you? Scotty, where are you? Where is Scate? You guys, I think this week was drama in all Facebook groups. Ours wasn't really drama. We had that one lady one day. I was asleep. Poor Susan had to deal with it. Marta made feathers. Oh, fun. Susan had to deal with it, not me. I wasn't awake for it. I seemed to miss it because the time difference for me. But guess some lady, you guys. Oh, we have more than 2,000 people in our Facebook group, you guys, and that is just so awesome. Thank you guys for your support and for spreading the word and for coming to hang out. And for those of you that haven't joined, you're all welcome. It's called Crafting Mamas on Facebook. And it's not a swapping group. It's just a fun group of people who want to hang out together and share their love of any type of crafting. It doesn't have to be just because my current moment is obsessed with paper crafting. It doesn't mean yours has to be. So all are welcome. But we had a little drama. Susan was saying, somebody wrote, congratulations for 2,000 members, or we reached our 2,000 members. And then somebody wrote something like, what about the other 1,999? And then it was very rude, and Susan had to ask her to leave the group or booted her out. But then when I was reading in like somebody else's group, like it seemed like this whole week people have been just, I don't know, so it must be something in the air, you know? People have just been not nice to each other. And I just want to say, thanks for being nice to each other, girls. If somebody's mean to you in our group, please send a message to one of the admin and let them know. Because, you know, it's just not worth it. It's supposed to be just a fun, free group of people to hang out with, not, you know, not other stuff. I feel like I have enough other stuff in my daily life. I don't need it in my Facebook group. So, ooh, you made pulled pork sandwiches. That sounds awesome. You just joined? Well, welcome, Tracy. You can post pictures of your art, post pictures of if you've got pets, you're welcome to post your pets, your kids. You know, the only two rules are be nice and no sales. And, you know, there's lots of really cool groups on Facebook that support you in selling your work, and I'm all for that, but not in my group. You guys, I've just been in too many groups where it just causes a lot of drama and friction, and then I've also been in groups where then it just becomes one big sales post after another, and quite frankly, you guys, I'm not interested. You know, I'm not interested in being, you're right, Beth. I'm not interested in being, you know, spammed with everybody's sales stuff. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, there have been a lot of earthquakes and stuff. I agree with you, Melanie. If you can't be nice, don't say anything. I mean, that's the way I feel too, you know? So there's lots of sales groups out there, you guys. If you want to join a sales group, have at it. Carla has a really cool Facebook group. Her Facebook group is called Art Experiments. I don't think you do. You don't do any swapping, do you, Carla? Okay, what happened, Amanda? You have to tell us now. There have been a lot of earthquakes and stuff, and that's been very stressful for everyone, too. You made a crock pot full coming right over Amberly to have the pulled pork. Magnetic pull, Beth, is that what it is? Okay. Yay, Tanya, welcome. We're happy you're going to join our group. And for all you lurkers out there, say hi. Yeah, Carla doesn't have swapping in her group either. No. So there's lots of really cool swapping groups. If you guys wanted to join a swapping group, go over and join Trashy Junk Journals with Rosemary Morris. She does some excellent swaps. And you don't have to be some perfectionist swapping guru to join there. That's fun. Thanks for joining our group. It's a fun group. You can post what you know, it's really just a sharing group. It's really just, it came out of the whole, my live streams here. It came out because you girls have so much fun. It was just an extension, a place to just gather and chat and share ideas or show what you're working on. And it doesn't have to be what we're working on. You can show whatever you want. Post your family stuff. You can post your pictures of your pets, your kids. If you bought a new house or you're remodeling, post it. If you want to show some cool stuff you're working on, post it, you know. The only thing that I ask is I'm all good with a few of those inspirational things, but, you know, to spam somebody's feed with a bunch of inspirational stuff, Please don't do that either. Because I think what makes the group fun is when you can see other people's crafting ideas or their garden or, you know what I mean? Stuff that's really like gives you a safe place to focus your stuff on, not necessarily, you know. But Tanya, you'll learn a lot. There's lots of cool people in there. You ended up 27 minutes behind. Oh, probably because you didn't push it all the way to the end of the video, you know, where it says where you've caught up with the live feed. I agree. So Cherry says swaps can be fun, but it's also but it can be stressful, and there's money involved as far as the postage. I agree, Sherry, but you know what? It's like it's not even that for me. It's just I can't add one more thing to my plate. Like the whole Facebook group actually came from you guys. You know, I was getting lots of requests for it and that sort of thing. So my plate's sort of full. So I'm good with chatting with you guys on there and seeing what you make and posting my stuff or whatever. But I haven't even gotten good at that yet, you guys. My phone takes terrible pictures. I got a new phone and I can't figure quite out how to use it. Susan won the zombie prize. She did. So Ash gave away some zombie items because we're going to make a zombie apocalypse journal. I haven't even started mine yet. And we're going to make a zombie apocalypse journal in honor of Noni's son, who was very into that. And so just a Halloween journal, you know, but so Ash posted she did a giveaway for some zombie ephemera. Zombie ephemera. So you guys, I'm just painting all these so that I'm gonna stamp on them, and then I think I'm gonna make some envelopes. I could make some library pockets. I could make some washi tape from it. How many of you guys made all the washi tape? I mean, I made tons of washi tape last week. How many of you guys made it? How many of you guys made along, and how many of you guys came back and made it? Vicki, and we're going to be doing it here. Crafting Mamas is going to we're going to make the zombie journal here. We're going to make the zombie apocalypse journal. So, did you guys see Noni's son was like all into the zombie apocalypse? You guys, and he's really like, it was very sweet. He's really got a whole lot of zombie stuff going on. So, we were talking about Halloween journals, and I promised you guys I would draw some stuff. I have to sit down to do it. I've just been inundated and overwhelmed with some stuff that's going on. Sherry, I get it. The deadlines can be a little bit upsetting. I understand that too. But if you want to swap, I will tell you that I love the groups that Rosemary has. They all seem really great. There's also a wonderful group if you guys are into textiles. And it's run by Rhonda. If you guys sew and do that sort of thing, they do paper and sewing. I mean, paper and fabric. And I think it's called Fabric Stitches and More. I'll post the link in the group. I'll post the link in the video. You loved making the tape, Lisa? It's so addictive, right? So, and there's lots of other groups that do really fun swaps. Guys, I just can't do it right now. I just can't. I know I said we will break down and swap our power pack, but that's not going to be till November. So if you guys want to jump in and do the power pack, that's the empowerment pack of cards that we all made. It's just an altered deck of playing cards. The rule is they just have to have a background, an empowering word or phrase, and a beautiful picture of a woman from any time, because it's supposed to be women's empowering, right? And you only do one side of the card. You don't do both. One side you do your art on. Like I did my painting papers on one side, and then the other side you put your name in either your email or your address or however they can get a hold of you, your Facebook or whatever. And we'll do it in November. So you just need to make 52 cards, And don't Mod Podge the top of them, girls, because sometimes Mod Podge does not like, don't seal the top. Let the recipient decide if she wants to seal the cards that she receives, because sometimes Mod Podge does not ship well. Have you guys ever gotten a journal where the pages are stuck together? It's usually because somebody has Mod Podged it. So don't, if you can refrain from, you make fabric beads. Fabric beads are fun. I have a whole thing of them right here somewhere. I'll show them to you in a minute. If you want to join, just start making your power pack, and I'll do something more formal at another day. But I'm just letting you know that's the only swap we're going to do. And how we're going to do it is everybody's going to send me their deck, one deck, and then I'm going to mix them all up, and I'm going to send them back to, so you don't get any of your cards, but you'll get different cards from everybody else. And then everybody will have their own power pack, but it'll be made by all of us. So that is what, we're going to do that, but we're not going to do that till November. Laura, make your cards how you want it. If your cards aren't women, that's fine. It's not like a hard, fast rule. It's just, so what happened is we were talking about ATCs, and we were talking about, I don't even remember, you guys. We were talking about ATCs and stuff like that, and I was talking to Diana and I were talking about something, and she sent me this really cool picture of a woman on like on an ATC, and then we started talking about making like empowering art to empower you, right? That type of thing, or just things that would make you feel empowered. So I've almost finished painting this, and then I'm going to make some stuff out of it. So, hi Lynn! What are flows? Like, is in flow journals? Is that what you're talking about, Lisa? Or is that something else? Laura, you make yours however you want. All you have to do is make 52 of them. Just don't Mod Podge the top of them so that if they get here to me, they're all good. And then, but you guys, I'll tell you more about it. That's the only swap we're going to do. Is that what you're asking, what a flow is? Okay, Amberly's just sharing with all of you that Reese's coffee creamer is amazing. I've never had it, Amberly. I love myself a good cup of coffee, though. You guys know that. Okay, so I think I've painted enough of my papers to have some painty backgrounds. I could stamp on some too, I guess. Now, I was just thinking that because I want to make a couple of some envelopes, and I wanted to make you could also make some paper beads. How many people have made paper beads out of these book pages? I am definitely, I love making paper beads. Love me some paper bead making. Tanya, you're in a good place if you want some crafty besties. So Lisa's asking me, yes. Okay, so a flow journal. First of all, Rosemary came up with the idea of it. So if you want to go over and join her group, Trashy Junk Journals, there's like a ton of them. I've made quite a few of them. She came up with the idea of a flow journal, but the idea stems from a book that's from the Netherlands called Flow. Flow book for paper lovers. Now, Flow has a bunch of different publications. They have like a paper lovers book. They have a postcard book. They have a, I don't know, writing. They have a magazine. And they're all over the world. And some of them, I don't know if the Dutch version is the same as the other versions. I don't know, you guys. But the whole conversation came up because somebody said something in the group that they really wanted one, but they're like $30. And if you don't, you can buy them at Barnes & Noble. They're like $30 for a Flow book of paper lovers. And the book for paper lovers just has paper that you take out and make projects with. And they're really cool. So the conversation was, because she has a group that does everything around trash and recycling, you know, buying like a $30 book for paper just seemed like, first of all, it's expensive, and second of all, it's like, you know, yeah, well, so she said, well, why don't we make our own and we'll share them? So it's basically a supply style journal that you make yourself with the idea that you're going to share your supplies with somebody else. So say if I was making one, I might include some of these painty papers that I'm making. And I might include, you know, so it's a loosely bound book so that it's not, nothing's in it permanently. Generally you put it in with like, you just tie it in like a twine binding or elastic or however you feel you want to do it. And you just put all your supplies in there for somebody else to take apart. The idea is the book is a supply journal, so you take it apart. So she does swaps over there in her group, Trashy Junk Journals, and I don't know. They usually do at least one flow style swap a month, but I haven't done a swap in so long, you guys. I don't know. I may be wrong. Yeah, the name of the group is now, right, she changed the group. It's called Trashy and Flowish Junk Journals. When I first joined, it was just called Trashy Junk Journals. Right? So, it's a really fun way to, like, you know, you can, and everything in her group, nothing is really new. Like, I think you have to have, like, 70% of the stuff you have to include in it has to be, you know, like book pages and stuff like that, like not brand new scrapbooking paper. Yes, Scotty has it right. Yeah, you can put anything in it. You can, magazine pages. If you guys go look at my channel, there's a bunch of flip throughs of the ones I've made. I like using children's books to make them, but you know, you can use anything. Just because I think the covers are kind of cool. Okay, so here's some of my painted papers, and I'm thinking, you guys have any suggestions? I could make some beads. I could make some. You're cooking dinner, Lynn? How have you been? You're here, Vicky. What did you say? Did we miss you? Did you miss something? Yeah, Lisa, it is like sharing your work for somebody else to use, but it's more like sharing your supplies. So you don't have to send any finished work in it, but you could send some book page envelopes if you made them, or you could, you know, it's up to you. I mean, go and look and see what other people have done. They've done lots of cool stuff. All right, so I think I'm going to make a couple of envelopes out of these because I'm liking the way these color of these pages turned out. I'm going to make, maybe I'll make an envelope out of this. Let me see. You guys know me, I start with my square, and then I can make some one of my square envelopes. So, you know, you guys, there's no rules to this type of crafting. I mean, I guess there has to be rules if you're like crocheting and knitting, because you need to know how many chains and stitches and whatever you're doing, right? But, you know, I really don't like anything where it makes you feel like somebody is like way better than you because they've, I don't know, they know the rules or whatever. Guys, I'm an anti-rule girl. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I've made these so many times with you guys, I assume you know. So I'm just going to, so you cut your paper in a square. Then you don't have to make them meet, but it's always kind of fun too. You don't have to. You can make them farther apart. And then you fold up the bottom. So you fold those two sides down, then you fold up the bottom. And then what I'm doing is I'm folding it down, the pointy bit down, because I'm going to tuck it in. Then I'm just going to glue it in. Doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. It's a handmade envelope. No, I haven't seen the dollhouse furniture lady, Lisa. Good idea. Good. Does anybody remember her name? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm terrible with names. You should look her up. I could probably find it. Okay, I'm missing what you guys said, so wait. Hi, Stitching by the River. Oh, good. You saw her in Susan and Edna's group. That's awesome. I can't remember her name, though, Ash. Tanya, you might like Susan and Edna's group. It's a small group, and they do swaps. Ash, what's the name of the group? I'm in that group, but I don't do swaps. What's it called? DIY crafts? I think she posted it in our group, too. Teresa. That's her name. Teresa. You know what, Tanya? If you join our Facebook group, somebody can help you. Vicky, yes, you're Daisy on Ustream. You guys are so ridiculous. Who was Vicky? Oh my gosh. We have VA Pearl, and we have VS Daisy. Vicky and Vicky. Vicky and Vicky, one Vicky has a horse. Okay, so you can make, so far out of your book pages, we have made a couple of, I'm going to make some journaling charms. I might paint that. We've made some painty papers, and I have an envelope here too. I'm going to go ahead and put together my journaling charm. And we have our envelope that has our little, we have 2 envelopes made 2 ways. And we could also make our pocket. Oh, I love making those. Oh, let's make one of those. Let's make it out of one of the painty papers, shall we? You guys know how much I like making these pockets. These, I don't know what you want to call them. Journaling pockets, is that what you want to call it? I don't know what it is. Like a pocket you stick stuff in, I don't know. This one's going to be kind of a big pocket, but it doesn't matter. So if you want to make one of those pockets that has like, that you put your journaling tags in, you want to fold it and leave maybe a quarter, maybe 1.5 inches on the top, depending upon how much you want on the side. I'm going to fold this over. This piece is going to go on the inside. I'm going to fold up the bottom. Fold up the bottom. Find your circle punch if you have it. Punch it before you glue it down. Punch the front page. The front portion. And if you're exacting, get a ruler because I'm not. And where's my scissors? And I cut the bottom off a little bit. Just leave the middle part, but cut the 2 side parts off. Because I can't even see because of the way the light's going, can't even see where I can't wait to see the journals you guys made. I bet you they're awesome. Bet you they're awesome. I'm going to unfold it and show you guys how to fold it again for those of you that are new that want to know how to do this. I make these all the time, so most of the people that hang out here know how to make them. Okay, so these are those pockets that you'll see inside of a journal. Okay, and I may have to cut the top off a little bit because it may not be totally even. So what you want to do is you want to fold your piece, leaving a smaller portion on one side. This one is, I don't know, maybe it's an inch, maybe it's 2 inches. I guess let's see, probably 2 inches. Fold it like this, and fold it over. Then you want to put this on the inside. You want to clip the inside corner because wherever you've rounded it, it won't fit. And then glue it down, and there's your journaling pocket. Put your glue on the flappy part. I could have cut more of the flappy part off, but I didn't. These book pages are kind of thin. You guys, I think I just needed to glue or something today. I've had, in a month, I'll tell you, hopefully I'll be done with it in a month and I can talk about it freely. But it's just been ridiculous. You saw Scotty's, it was good. Oh, Scotty, I want to see it. Hi, Ann. What are we copying and pasting? What did I miss that you're copying and pasting? Sometimes, you know, yeah, no, Charlie's not barking. Charlie is in the other room. No, our dog, Charlie doesn't bark. It's my neighbors across the street. It's their dogs. And it's also the lady in the back. Remember the one that told me if I could get all the birds in the wild to quit pooping in her yard? Because I told you that story. It was so ridiculous. Her dog barks incessantly. No, they haven't put their dogs out today. So, I mean, maybe they were out earlier, but I don't know. Charlie doesn't really bark unless somebody's actually coming to our door. She's actually good. She doesn't really bark. So this is one of those journaling pockets. You want to look at the pictures, but you know what? Sometimes Stitching by the River, sometimes YouTube used to let you post, because the bird poop is explosive. No, you know what it is? I think that, you know what honestly I think it is? I think some people, especially because the neighborhood I live in is an older neighborhood. People have raised their kids here and now retired, and I think the lady in the back, she just watches her grandkids occasionally. I really think that she's lonely. I mean, why would she come over to my house and ask me to have the birds stop pooping in her yard? Like, I was like, I'm not that powerful, but hey. So this is what I have so far. That pocket, this pocket. I guess I can make a library pocket too. I have lots of book pages going on here, girls. Is anybody else going to do some book paging with me? Anybody else doing some book page art with me? Well, I didn't paint the back side of this. It's always better. Oh, but I have this piece. Maybe this will be enough. Let's see. Maybe I'll make it be enough. I could paint it a different color. You know, I honestly think people, I think they forget, like, if they could actually hear how ridiculous of whatever they're saying is, I think they wouldn't say it. You know, I think that, I don't know. Guys, nothing shocks me anymore. The ridiculousness of humanity does not shock me anymore. It does not shock me anymore. Does anybody here have relatives that live in Puerto Rico that are bracing themselves for Hurricane Maria? I mean, I have to tell you, all these hurricanes and storms have been a lot, right? It has been a lot for everyone. Okay, this is going to be a library pocket, so you want to fold up as deep as you want your pocket to be. So I'm guessing that's about 1/3 of the page. Then you're going to fold back the sides, and this is what determines the size of your pocket. So if you have a specific book you want your pocket to fit in, then just try to find a page that matches that size, because you can make these adjustable to any size. Am I the poop whisperer? You guys are hilarious. Hi, Pam. Yeah, I'm making a few painty papers. I'm actually just going to use up some book pages. You guys, I was having such a stressful day today. I was kind of like going, maybe I won't do anything. Originally, I was going to work on a journal with you guys, but I ended up having so much stuff to do that I didn't get back, and I didn't get, instead of having a lot of prep time, I didn't have a lot of prep time. Usually I try to have some prep time, but I didn't today. So this is just for those library pockets that I like to make. I think I have a pocket addiction, like making library pockets, making tuck spot pockets for your journals and that sort of thing. I can already hear what you're thinking, Susan, and don't you even go there. Don't you even go there. I can already hear you. It doesn't show for you? I don't know what you're talking about, Tanya. If you want, you know what, other people can, the problem with some of those groups, okay, so like I know in Rosemary's group, you have to add yourself. And they're closed groups, so you have to find them. So you have to go to Facebook and you have to go there and you have to ask to join Trashy, Flowish, Trashy, Flowish Junk Journals. And I think your group is closed too, right, Carla? You have to ask to join Art Experiments. And so people can't, I don't know if Carla allows people to add you, but I know in Rosemary's group, she doesn't allow anyone to add anyone. She won't accept you as a member unless you add yourself, because she doesn't want people just randomly adding everyone. So I have that. So far I have my painty papers. I have some journaling charms that I'm going to work on right now. I've got some extra stuff. My journaling charms. I've got my painty paper envelopes. And my, whatever you want to call this, pocket. Right? So I have those. So I hope this gives you some ideas of what you can make out of your painty papers. Now I could use this and I could make an even smaller envelope. I could make a flag for a paper clip. I could, let me see. Maybe I want to paint on these a little. Since I've painted all these other papers, maybe I'll paint on them a little. You had people, Carla says she had people adding people and she tried to stop it. Yeah, because in a group, you just want people that really want to be there. So Tanya, you know what? If you join Crafting Mamas on Facebook group, somebody can give you the link. Somebody, if you message one of us after this, somebody can give you the link to one of those other groups you might want to join. And but you know what? Maybe go over and look at Rosemary's channel, Rosemary Morris on YouTube. She may have the link in her. If you watch one of my Flowish journal, you know what? Watch one of my Flowish journal videos. I think I have the link to Rosemary's group in my Flowish journal videos. In fact, I'm almost sure I did, because people used to send me lots of messages about it, and finally I just went and I added her link in my description box. You know, so that is, I don't even know if I have any pliers, you guys. This is like, I tell you I'm going to do this, and I don't even know if I have any pliers to make the little ring that goes in it. I might have to get up and get some pliers, and if I get up and get some pliers, I'm going to show you guys what I got in the mail today. It made me very happy, I have to say. It is the best thing that happened to me today. I'm a happy male. So, Susan, are you going to comment that I'm not using a paintbrush? Because Susan says to me, why did I even buy paintbrushes? You just use a credit card or a gift card. I don't always. I do use paintbrushes occasionally. I do own paintbrushes, but I don't always use them. So these need to dry a little bit. Let me put them on this. These need to dry so that I can make some journaling charms out of them. Good night, Linda. Are you leaving us? We're sending you hugs if you are. What did you say? Oh, Facebook, speak of the fish? You speak fish, so you're so funny. Hey, Linda. No comment. You're crazy. Don't you love Carla's videos? I love her videos too. You're learning to let it go. Me too. Hi, Bet. I'm always learning to let it go. I am always learning to let it go. It is so much better to let it go. Okay, I'm going to get up and get some pliers. I'm going to get up and get some pliers so that I can make some journaling charms out of these because I need to put some wire on it. So I've made painty papers. I've made envelopes. You can make these pockets any size. Library pocket, fold over pocket, pocket with the white part of the napkin stamped. You're free, Bet? Awesome. All you lurkers out there, say hi. Say, hey. Say, hey, this is where I'm from. I'm happy to see you, Bet. I'm happy to see you. All right, maybe I'll make a couple feathers too. I'm gonna get some pliers. I'm gonna get what I got in my Happy Mail, which is right over here on the table. And I'm gonna get a pair of pliers. Maybe I'll get some wire so that we can make some. You're not leaving? You just got here? I thought you said goodnight, so I'm sorry. You have a good evening, Jamie. We're happy that you joined us. Okay, so for anybody else that wants to keep making along, I'm gonna make a row of feathers. So if you want to make some paper feathers, you just need your painted book page, and you need some sort of wire. I have my wire here. If you want to, I need a pair of pliers. That's what I need. That's what I'm gonna get up to get so I can make the wire for my journaling charm. And I guess it would help if I had some beads too, but that would be asking too much from where I'm sitting. Friday, let me know if you guys are game for like making collecting ephemera and making some stuff out of it. What did you get from Free Cycle, Susan? That sounds like amazing. All right, hang on 1 second. Flyers. I got my pliers, and I got, okay, so, Carla, are you still here, or did you leave? So, if you guys haven't joined Carla in one of her live streams, or even if you haven't watched, if you've ever watched Carla's videos, you know she is obsessed with circles, right? She is totally obsessed with circles. And she has this circle stamp. Hi, Kim. She has this circle stamp, and everybody covets this circle stamp. And it's by Hero Arts, and it's called Concentric Circles, right? And anyway, I must have mentioned this to my lovely sister. And she knows I've been having a really hard time. And I don't really talk to her about my crafting because she's not a crafter. But look what I got in the mail today. Ready? And it came from my sister. She sent it to me. Yes, you're really obsessed with circles. So this is the famous concentric circle stamp. Okay? I suck, Susan. Susan tells me I suck. Well, I didn't even ask for it. I must have been telling her about it. I don't even know when I would have told her, but I did. Because she called me today and she asked me, did I get my present? And I said, what present? And she said, you didn't get your present? It says it was delivered. And I said, well, I didn't order anything. It was the circle stamp. It was the concentric circle stamp. Yes, Carly, you're obsessed with circles. We love it. So when I come for my crafting retreat at your new house, Susan, I'll bring my circle stamp. Okay? I'll bring my circle stamp when I come for the crafting retreat at your house. I'll bring my brand new circle stamp. I don't know where she got it. She told me she saw it at a sale somewhere, must have been like a yard sale. I don't know. I'm just making painty papers. I'm just making book pages. Book pages and painty papers, Kim. Nothing that exciting. You know, I was just trying to unwind after my company was gone. I know, right? I'm like super excited about it. I haven't even used it. This is my first use. But I'm excited. I think she must have bought it at a yard sale, honestly, because she sent me a little package, and in the package it had some other scrap. If I bring it, I won't leave with it? Okay. Anyway. We're having a crafty retreat. You guys could have a crafty retreat if you wanted to come to Hawaii. Yeah, they don't make these stamps anymore. And so Carly uses them, and we all have stamp envy. You can't watch us rubbing it in. Carla's not rubbing it in. She's had it. Carla, how long have you had your stamp? You've had it for a long time. That's ridiculous, right? Anyway, so that is the circle stamp. Kay Pieces, she made one from Fun Foam. So there's my. See, Carla's had hers for 12 years. Is that really how long you've had it? Well, anyway, after the day I've had today, can I tell you, I said to my sister, I know it seemed really silly, because she doesn't scrapbook or craft, you guys. She does not scrapbook or craft or do anything like that. So I don't usually tell her all about my stuff, you know, but she said I've told her about it a couple times. She sent me that and some magazines that I asked her to get me from where she is. And some brads, some little tiny Stampin' Up! Brads that I use all the time when I make flowers. But that was my present for the day. Yes, if you go over and watch. Okay, Karen, I'm sorry. So if you go over and watch Carla, she shows how to make this stamp from Fun Foam. No, bet. You know what? I talked to Susan earlier, and I did not rub it in. I did not rub it in. I didn't say anything. You know what? It was like one of those things. It happened like right before we started, and because my sister called me and she goes, how come, did you get any mail today? And I was like, I don't know. I haven't been to the mailbox. And she's like, oh. She goes, did you like, she was egging me on. And so that's what the stamp looks like on this side. And that's what it is. So that's why I asked you guys the other day what the stamp looked like on the outside of the, I was going to try and find one. And if you look, where did you get yours, Carla? From a scrapbook store? The white paper on my side looks like a genie on the flying carpet. You mean this one right here? It's got gold on it. Is that what it is, you mean? I didn't tell her. No, you know what? Honestly, Bet, I forgot all about it. Can I tell you? I've had a really rough day. I'm not going to lie to you. I would tell you, my head has not been in the game today. I have had a rough day. It has been a rough day. It has been a rough day filled with lots of phone calls and lots of other stuff that I'll tell you guys about it soon enough, but it's been a rough day. We don't even need to go there. It's just been ridiculously ridiculous. So no, you know what? It wasn't that I wasn't excited about it. It was just that my head couldn't even think about it. It was like, anyway. So this is what we made out of our book pages so far. We'll make some feathers too. But I'm gonna make something for the top of my journaling charm. So if you guys have never wire wrapped, can you guys see this? I don't know how close it is. You found a concentric square stamp and you're gonna start your own fad, Susan. All right. Carla says she bought hers at Michael's. Oh, thanks, Fiona. I need it. I'm telling you. It's just been ridiculous. It has been ridiculous. Let me see if I can get this to work, because I am not. I can't get the zoom to work on my camera all the time, and then what happens is when I do get it to work, it all of a sudden goes out of focus, so it hasn't. Let me see if I can get it to work a little better. Okay. Because I want to show you guys how to do this pigtailing or this wire wrapping, and it's not easy to do it. Okay, so Bet, you know what? Can I tell you, today was such a bad day. I didn't send anybody a picture through anything. I didn't. Anyway, it's like not even worth even talking about my day, but usually I would get super excited about something like that because I couldn't even get excited. Okay, so if you've never made a wire wrap, here is the first thing that you do to it. And I don't know if you can see this or not. I used to have a camera that worked really good, and then the autofocus just died, so I ordered a new one, and I got the new camera, and it was the wrong camera, so I had to send it back, and anyway, that's a whole nother day. Okay, so can you see it? It's not dark enough. Let's see. Is better? I'm not showing you a close-up my stamp. You guys are crazy. Okay, so you have it like this. All right, so then after you've wrapped it around, you want to hold the circle part, or the eye, and then you want to use your fingers, and you want to wrap the wire around. Now, I'm making a wire wrap because this is going to be the top of my... Good night, Carla. Don't forget, you guys, Carla's on Sunday, Football Widows Day. At what time, Carla, on Sunday? Because I don't remember. What time is it? At 9 a.m. your time on Sunday? I mean... What time is it? It's 9 a.m. my time, 2 o'clock your time? Is that when it is on Sundays? Okay. So at the very end, I use my pliers, and then if you want to straighten out your eye, you just push it back down on whatever you made your circle with. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of it off. Can you see it? 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. If you guys want to do, I think, are you still doing your Anything Goes book? Come back. You can hang out with Carla and do your Anything Goes book. It's fun. Okay, so there you've made your eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to glue it in. Now you need to glue it in with some wet glue. Like you definitely, but that's what's good about this corrugated cardboard, because it already has the grooves in it, you know, from the corrugated part. Because my eyesight is so bad. Is anybody else having waning eyesight besides me? Well, I should have used a needle first to poke it through because I can't. Guys, it's feast or famine with me. Feast or famine. Maybe I should do it on one of these flowers. I can't get it into the butterfly because I can't. One of them I made out of something that wasn't so corrugated, so there's no place for it. All right, there. Poke it into the corrugated cardboard part, but I'm going to need to put some wet glue on it. So I have some Aleene's, and then I'll get a needle and poke it through the other ones. I have some Aleene's Tech Glue. You want to let these set up overnight, you guys. Don't make it and expect it to use it. I guess if you have E6000, you could do it and use it right away. I don't have any E6000. I have no E6000. I mean, I do, but it's not here. You guys, I'm having a moment. Right, that's where it went before, and I just need to put one glue. Okay, and you want to let it sit. You want to let it completely dry overnight before you want to pigtail it or add it to anything. Yeah, see you on Sunday, Carla, for Anything Goes at 2 p.m. Awesome. Susan, you're ridiculous. It's the hypnotic circles. No, it's not. It's my eyesight. It's like I'm 53 and I'm like, my eyesight is like not so great anymore. I thought about having that LASIK surgery, but I don't know. So, but I just wanted to show you, you know, I know like, I get so many things from so many people, first of all, complaining that they don't have any supplies. Second of all, telling me that, you know, everything's so expensive. You guys, every single thing I've made has been out of book pages. Book pages. If you get one book, I had 700 pages to work with for my I'll put some wire through these too. I just need to sit where there's some better light, I guess. Now and then you can, you know, I just want everyone to realize that you have you have more supplies than you think you have. And you also have it right at your fingertips. I mean, everybody can get a 10-cent book. Every single person can get a 10-cent book from a yard sale, from a wherever. Everybody can get a 10-cent book. It's like you don't even need to think about it. Everybody can get a 10-cent book. And yes, my punches out cardboard, but I used a Sizzix die, and those dies, those big dies, those big metal rule dies, they were great. You know, I use them to do tin cans. I use them to do, you name it, I've used them. Tin cans, cardboard, paper, Now I've used just about every possible thing from it. So, you know, you could basically make a whole junk journal. You could make a whole junk journal out of stuff you already have. You don't even have to go and buy anything. If you really wanted to just go for it, you could just, as long as you had one book. In fact, that's what I should do. Is I should make a junk journal with you guys out of just one book. And then you guys could see how easy, how you have more than enough to make one book and all the stuff that goes inside of it. You know, you just have to, first of all, you have to be patient, and you have to have the sight to see that what you have, that you don't need to go get anything, that you already have it all. You know, you don't need to go out and buy another thing because you have what you need. You just have to be patient, and you can make it out of a magazine. You don't have to have book pages. You can make it out of magazine pages if you had magazine pages. You know me, I love magazine pages. I really love to make stuff out of magazine pages. It's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things, magazine pages. I like to jelly print with them. I just like it. Jelly printing on magazine pages. Envelopes out of magazine pages. Journal pages out of magazine pages. I like it all. I like all of it. So I enjoy all of it. And if you have lace and stuff like that, you can add your lace to this and make it look really vintagey and, you know, shabby chic or whatever, however you want to do it, as opposed to. But all these are out of the same book, out of that same Tom Clancy book, which I still have 600 something more pages of it to go. Lisa, you know what? Yes, bill envelopes are good. The dies can be expensive, but you can buy them on sale. There's also lots of Facebook groups where people sell their supplies, and you can buy them for really inexpensive. If you look outside of just going to buy them at, I mean, you can certainly go and buy them at a scrapbooking store, and you also can buy them when they're on sale. Like a lot of times, like I don't know how much these little dies that I have right here, it's all, they aren't expensive. I want to say I spent $4, I think, on the die. You can even get them at Tuesday Morning. Tanya, are you talking about LASIK surgery? I love magazine pages too. Yes, but I'm just saying, so you don't have to get stuck. Hi, Ellie, welcome. You don't have to get stuck thinking that you don't have the supplies that you need. You could also use a punch. AliExpress has dies too, but those aren't the dies I'm talking about. Let me see if I can get one and I'll show you. I'll show you the dies that I'm talking about that I cut through cardboard with. Let me see if I can, let me get one. Nobody's home with me. The baby went out with the dog playing at a friend's house, and okay, so these are the dies I'm talking about. This is an old Sizzix die. You can get those on eBay. They're not expensive on eBay. You might even find them in a yard sale. These are Sizzix original dies, or I think maybe back then it was called Sizzix. This is a circle die. Okay, This cuts through anything. This is like, it's got some foam, but underneath it is a metal steel wool. You can get them for $2 or $3. Hi, Dixie. You can get them for $2 or $3. And you can, you know, start looking at your yard sales. I mean, and it works with the I think it'll work with a cuddle bug. It also works with the Sizzix dye. And then these are the ones I usually use, which are these steel wool dyes. I don't know if you can see, this one's a doily dye. I don't know if you can see it very well because it's black, but it's a steel wool dye. These are those tiny flowers that I made in the butterflies. Okay, so these are part of a thing called alterations dyes. You can see they're made in China. You have to have this platform, this alterations platform. It's magnetic. And originally they're made so you can stick them anywhere on a piece of paper, right? So like if you wanted to do a whole paper or you wanted to create an envelope die, they're magnet on the back. So these, these came in a pair. I want to say they were $4, and I think these came in a pair. They were like $4. But the platform itself, I'm guessing is about 10 or 12. But do you see it cut through all that stuff. It cut through really heavy paper. Yes, Beth, save your labels off your jars, make ephemera that way. You can make ephemera from anything. You know, get over whatever you think it is or it isn't, and just do it. You do need a die cutting machine to use these in. Yes, you definitely do. But if you only get a couple, and if you start looking at yard sales, people do sell their Sizzix die cutting machines. I've seen them sell their die cutting machines for hardly anything. And if you look, you can get a good one on sale. Scotty got a good one recently. She got the electric one. I have the hand crank one. Actually, I have both of them. It's a whole nother long story. A friend of mine gave me one of them because she was leaving. I bought the hand crank. She gave me the other one and she was leaving the island. But the point is that if you want to do this on a, you don't need this. You could use a punch. You could also fussy cut any of it. You just have to be able to trace around it and draw it. But these are the dies that I use. I mean, I have a couple of other ones that I love that I like more, but tag dies and that sort of thing. Yep, use your coupons. Look around, you guys. My vote is check on Craigslist first. I'm always I like the idea of buying something that somebody else is letting go of. You know, people are always selling their stuff. Always, 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 always. You can get it for a real deal. So anyway, I was having a moment here and I was thinking, yeah, you can use what you have. It's like breaking the mold of thinking that you had to go get something. Yeah, breaking the mold of thinking that, I mean, I've had my die cutting machine for a few years, so I enjoy it. I use it all the time. Some people have a die cutting machine, they never use it. I mean, I guess it just is whatever you want to do. For me, I love using it, so I like it a lot. But I'm not saying that if you have one you don't want to use it, that's up to you. You know, there's no rules. Make up your own thing. Don't think that you have to, you know, you don't have to do it any certain way just because I do. I like it. I like my die cutting machine. I try to use it every day. I use it and I cut up all of the household cardboard. You know, all the stuff that I was going to take to recycling, the pasta boxes and that sort of stuff. That's what I use it for. And I just, so that I always have like tags and stuff already cut out. Does that make sense? I already have like, so when I want it, if I'm not moved to make anything at the moment, that's okay, you know. But eventually I am. So, you know, eventually I'm like, oh, that'll be fun to do or whatever, and go for it. Go for it, and then I already have it done. I have all my boxes already cut out and tag shapes, and then I just have to paint or do whatever I'm going to do. Yeah, Vicky, a cuddle bug will cut through chipboard. Yes, it will. I think it's the dye. Yes, it'll cut through a cereal box, Scotty. Cuts through a cereal box. Look how thick these are. These, I cut through these. These are like corrugated cardboard, and this was like an almond milk box. It was sort of dense. And then I cut through these. Let's see, what were these? Where are they? These were heavier than a regular cereal box. This was like a, I don't know, a hot chocolate box. And it was thick. It was like from one of the, like I bought a big, huge box of hot chocolate at Costco. And so I cut through all of it. I cut through all these tags. Where are my tags that I made? I thought I put them all over here with me. I might not have, you guys. I could have had a do-over day today, if you want to know the truth. I've had such a weird day. I could have had a do-over day. I thought I brought them over here with me. Here's the ones that I made out of book pages today. And these were all cut with that. But I've cut out cereal boxes every day. This is a cereal box that has book pages glued on it. And I cut it out with the pages glued on it. Right? This is one of my favorite dies. It's an old Sizzix die. And I love it because I usually make it out of a postage box. Like, you know, when somebody sends you an express mail box or a flat rate box, I save those because they don't recycle them. And so I cut them up and I make tags just that with this die, and then I wrap twine or ribbon or whatever if I'm going to send to somebody around it. I like that die. I can't tell you which one it is. I can tell you next week if I look for it, but I can't tell you off the top of my head. So, you guys, you just have to go for it, and don't be afraid to go for it. That's the only thing. Don't be afraid to go for it. Just do it. There's no rules. Yes, if you Google, if you guys look on YouTube and type in, if you have a Sizzix die cutting machine, there'll be somebody that demonstrates how a Sizzix, the Big Shot, or the one you got, Scotty, which I don't know what's the name of that one. They'll show you them cutting through fabric. They'll show you them cutting through fabric and felt and cardboard and chipboard and whatever it is you want to cut through. Somebody's going to show you a demo using it cut up from that. So yes, they cut all of that. Now, I don't know if those tiny, now, I cannot vouch for the tiny dies that the thin dies that you buy from AliExpress or Allied Express. I can't tell you how those cut because I don't know, because I don't have any of them. But if you go on YouTube and you type in Allied Express dies, somebody is bound to have done it. Somebody is bound to have bought a bunch of Allied Express dies, used their Cuddle Bug or their Big Shot or whatever their die cutting machine is and used it, and they're going to show you how it works. Because us crafters have to stay together. So that is, I think this one I'm going to have to put a long, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to put a long wire through it because it goes all the way through. So that's what I'll do for this one, because I will make a pigtail for this one and make it long because it'll go all the way through the cardboard. The hard cardboard's hollow, the corrugated part's hollow. If you don't have a die cutting machine, you can fussy cut any of this. You can cut it with a pair of scissors. You know, you don't need it. If you have a pair of scissors and can use a pair of scissors or an X-Acto knife, go for it. You don't need a pair of scissors. I mean, you don't need a die cutting machine. I just happen to have one. Everything that you see us doing here or me doing here, you can do without a die cutting machine. And if you want to go on YouTube and write journaling tags without a die cutting machine, there's a lady, and I can't think of her name, But there's a lady that makes the most exquisite tags, and she has no die cutting machine. Now the reason I'm going to put it all the way through, and I'm still going to have to use some glue on it too, is because can you see the perforations inside the cardboard? Oh, you have arthritis that makes it hard to fussy cut? Well, that I can't help you with. But the die cutting thing, thinking that you need a die cutting machine, that I can tell you don't need to. You don't need one if you wanna participate and you don't, But the arthritis, that would probably keep you from doing it. So Friday, I think we're gonna make stuff out of your ephemera. Like so bring your maps, your whatever you have as ephemera, your food labels, your whatever, receipts, your just trying to think of what, junk mail postcards, anything like that. Bring that along with you. That'll be like a fun, we'll make a whole bunch of journaling stuff from your ephemera. On this one I need a needle, and on the other one I need some little tiny beads to put through it. So there you go, Ash. There you go. Ash is saying that she's watched YouTube videos where people show how Allied Express dyes work. So there you go. So Sass, look on Craigslist. I'm going to tell you, you will be so surprised to see what you can find on Craigslist and places like that you would not have even thought of before. You'll be so surprised that you can find it. You will totally be surprised. You'll be like, wow, I got a die cutting machine for something really inexpensive, and don't think that you have to pay full price. Yes, okay, if you're in a hurry, then sometimes if you want it right now and you don't have the patience to wait, then okay, that may happen. You may have to pay full price for something that you might have been able to get for cheaper if you weren't in a hurry, right? But if you can give yourself some time to wait, you may find it for hardly anything. Now, I don't know what, and if you live in another country, that I can't tell you because I'm not up on what you guys have there. So if you're like from England or whatever, I can't tell you. You know what? And the other thing that you have to think about is because flat rate shipping is so cheap, like flat rate shipping, you can get a medium flat rate box for, I don't know, medium flat rate box is like $13. Sometimes, if you find a really inexpensive, if you Google on Craigslist and look at all of Craigslist, and I don't know the exact thing that you look it up, I think you just look up all of Craigslist. It'll tell you where everything is around you, and many times you can find somebody who maybe is not in your area but would be willing to ship it to you. So if they're selling their normally $200 die cutting machine for $20, it's worth paying the $13 to have it shipped. At least that's what I think. Good night, Vicky, my bestie. Okay, girls, let's call it a night, and let's do a couple minutes of some energy work, and then I'll send you girls all off to Never Never Land and sweet dreams. So for those of you that want to participate in a little energy work, all you have to do is say yes, and for those that don't, you just say no. It's all with conscious consent. So close your eyes and put your feet flat on the floor. And I'll send you guys a little boost of energy for your night. Close your eyes and put your feet flat on the floor. And image yourself in your large circle of light. This is your tube of light. It belongs just to you. This beautiful tube of light extends around your body 6 feet in all directions. When you look up, you can't see the top, and when you look down, you can't see the bottom. This is your energy, your tube of light, your circle of light. Allow yourself to feel your circle of light as far out as you can imagine, as far above your head as you can imagine, and as far below your feet as you can imagine. Allow your column of light, your big tube of light, to go deep, deep, deep into the earth, and allow it to grow tree roots deep, deep, deep into the earth. Allow your tree roots to spread far and wide. Ask the Mother Earth, our beloved Mother Earth, she'll bestow some of her loving energy on us. I always envision this like gold, but you can see, feel, think, or know this energy any way that you would like. See this beautiful gold earth energy rising up through the bottom of your feet and spreading through your ankles and spreading through your hips, thighs, knees, and calves. Feel it pooling in the base of your spine. Feel it rising up to your lower abdomen, to your waist. Feel it filling your heart and your chest. And feel it running down your shoulders, your upper arms, lower arms, elbows, and out every finger. Feel it filling your throat, filling your face, and fountaining out the top of your head. Breathe in this beautiful gold energy. Ready? Breathe it in. And breathe it in. And breathe it in. See, I want to imagine the highest point of angelic creation, heavenly energy that you can easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably imagine. Feel this energy pouring in through the top of your head. I always image this like diamond light, beautiful silvery light, but you can see, feel, think, or know it any way that works for you. Breathe in this beautiful silver light. Breathe it in, filling the top of your head, your face, your throat, your shoulders, down your arms and out your fingers. Feel it filling your chest, your heart, your waist, your lower abdomen. And feel it pouring out through your legs and deep into your tree roots. Ready? Breathe it in. And breathe it in. And breathe it in. I want you to focus on your heart. I want you to give your body personality permission to breathe in any and all things that you need, that you feel that would support your life in a better way. More peace, more calm, more love. Maybe it's financial abundance. Maybe it's peace of mind. Maybe it's serenity in your life, in your relationships. Maybe it's a more loving working environment. Whatever it is you feel you need, breathe that into yourself now. Ready? Breathe it in. And on the exhale, I want you to let go of anything else. And breathe it in. And let go of anything else. And one more time. Breathe it in. And let go of anything else. I want you to give your body personality permission to breathe in all the love and confidence and support that you need throughout your day. Ready? Breathe it in. And on the exhale, I want you to send it out to the world. Receive the love and support and send it out. And receive the love and support and send it out. One more time. Breathe it in. And let it go. I want you to put in the circle anyone that you feel needs your love and support now. And you can even put yourself in the circle. Ready? Breathe in the love and support. And send it to them and everyone in this group. Just 1 second, sweetheart. She'll be out. Breathe it in. And let it go. And one more time. Breathe it in. And let it go. Tell me what you girls feel, see, think, or know. Tell me what you're feeling. Just write what you're feeling. There's no right or wrong. Just write what you're feeling. Tell me what you feel, see, think, or know. Night, Linda. Sorry. See, the dogs decided. You feel calm. All the dogs across the street. Please pick the dog up. Thank you. Oh, good. You feel grounded, Ash? Awesome. You feel loved, Fiona? Awesome. And calm? Oh, good. Well, I love you, ladies. I hope that you have a wonderful week. Know that you can always come back and use this energy work on any of the prior videos that I've done. The energy work stays present with you. For those of you that haven't joined us in our Facebook group, please run on over and join us. Give me a thumbs up if you guys have had a nice time with me, and giving all of you a thumbs up. And as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so, so, so much aloha. Love you, ladies. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. So take care. Aloha.